It's the final video of tonight. Ba-da-bum-bum. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, you don't want me to sing. That's okay. We're studying the imperfect, what we used to do. What we used to do as children. That's the imperfect tense. What was going on. So now, ¿qué hacían ellos de niño? What did they used to do as children? AR verbs, taking off that AR, in the ellos, ellas, and ustedes in the imperfect. You guys got this. So important vocabulary. I've pointed out each video. Make sure you're studying it. They're on your vocabulary list. You have Quizlet sets for them. See your resource module. Notice these little time phrases here at the bottom. Frecuentemente, había, mientras, nunca, siempre, a veces. Study them. So how do I say what they used to do? You know where I'm going with this. You've been watching the other two videos, or three videos. This is the fourth one. Ellos and ellas mean they. Jugar means to play. Ellos and ellas mean they. Jugar means to play. Don't sing and rhyme, Miss Stuck. Ellos plus usado plus jugar con bloques. They used to play with blocks. No, 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 no. Do not look up used to. Do not use usado. I will know you used a translation program. No. So, ellos jugaban con bloques. They used to play with blocks. They played with blocks. Ellos, they, all males or a mixed group. Ellas, they, all females. Try saying this a few times. Ellos jugaban con bloques. Ellas jugaban con bloques. So what's going on? One more time, let's go through this. Woo! Okay, verbs are actions. It's happening. Verb. Verbs in Spanish tend to end in AR or ER or IR, and when they do, that's in its infinitive form, not changed. We change our verb endings to match the person doing the action. We say it's subject-verb agreement, and then we have conjugation. Don't stress about that. It's just a term I want you to have in your head. You might recognize it. We see this sometimes in English. I played, he played, she played. She was playing, he was playing. We were playing, they used to play. Verbs change all the time in Spanish. You get used to it. So how did Senora Stuck do that? To say that they used to do something, we use the ellos or the ellas form of the verb. So you try saying it with me or after me, whichever's better for you. Ellos contaban chistes. Ellos dibujaban. Ellos montaban en bici. Again, ellos is they, ellas is they, ellas only when it's all females. One male walks into the group, it becomes ellos. Part of the culture. Just have to live with it. So I want you to give this a try. I want you to take off the ar in patinar, the ar in pasear, leave that E on there. Take off the ar in montar en monopatín, and take off the ar in saltar a la cuerda. And add in aban to say that they used to do this activity. So I want you to pause the recording, and I want you to take the time to handwrite it out. It helps practice the subject-verb agreement. It helps practice the spelling and the word order. It's reading and writing. Ready? Go. Did you pause the computer? Are you really giving it a try? So how'd you do? Ellas patinaban. Ellos paseaban. Ellas montaban. Ellos saltaban. The aban is the ellos or ellas form of the verb in the imperfect to say that they used to do something. All right, to say that they used to do something against ellos, ellas form, you're going to take off the AR ending and you're going to add aban to say that they used to do this activity. So take off the ar in tomar fotos, take off the ar at the end of jugar, take off the ar at the end of tocar la guitarra. What are you going to do with portarse bien? Pause. Try to write it out, either handwriting or typing or saying, whatever's best for you. But remember, I want you to try it on your own. Go. All right, so you're back. Ellos tomaban fotos. Ellas jugaban. Ellos tocaban la guitarra. Ellas se portaban bien. Okay, so the say with the portaba and the portarse bien. If you need some help with the reflexive, that's another lesson at another time. Come on and see me. I'd be happy to see you during the Get Stuff Done Club, which is tutoring and makeup work time. If you're a little tired of me, it's not going to hurt my feelings. Go ahead and check out seniorjordan.com. Links down below. There's also a really good guy out there called Senor Bells, Belles. And you know what? You might like them. And there's also studyspanish.com. I just want you to learn it. Okay? So what if I wanted to ask you all if you all used to do these activities? This sounds like deja vu, like it might have been in another video. To ask two or more people a question, you ask you, plural, or you all in Spanish. How are you all doing today? How is the group? How are all of you? So you drop the AR and you add aban for the ustedes form. Ustedes contaban chistes? Ustedes dibujaban? Ustedes montaban en bici. All right. Yeah. Stuck. Stop. Now, just a second. Hold on. All right. How do you ask a question? You add the question marks. In Spanish, we're learning another language, so we got to roll with it. Do things their way. Take your question mark, flip it upside down, put it at the start of the question. You can also put the subject at the end, and you can drop the usted. Oh, I should say ustedes, shouldn't I? Yeah, you can drop the ustedes and use your voice. So, ustedes contaban chistes? ¿Contaban chistes ustedes? ¿Contaban chistes? See, I'm kind of pointing. I know we're not supposed to point, but I'm kind of giving the impression. I'm pretending that you're sitting with someone, and I'm asking you all a question. Did you all used to tell jokes? ¿Ustedes dibujaban? ¿Dibujaban ustedes? ¿Dibujaban? ¿Ustedes montaban en bici? ¿Montaban en bici ustedes? Okay, Miss Stuck, stop. I gotta ask this question. Yeah, I hear the question. Yes, ustedes, ellos, and ellas all use the same form of the verb. We learned that in the present tense too. Looks like it's the same thing in the imperfect. So some things never change, some things stay the same. I don't know if you watch the Disney show, just roll with it, but you know what? You're learning a language and sometimes you just have to roll with it. All right, practice asking these questions aloud. ¿Contaban chistes ustedes? ¿Dibujaban ustedes? ¿Montaban en bici ustedes? Now go ahead and ask me all three, and I'll answer back. So, número uno, sí contábamos chistes. Número dos, sí dibujábamos. Número tres, nosotros montábamos en bici, pero yo no montaba en bici mucho. Yo estaba muy nerviosa. All right, so let's do some more questions and answers. Now, I want you to practice the speaking. I want you to practice the reading and writing. So I'm going to ask you questions in Spanish about other people. I'm going to ask you about them. And you're going to answer back aloud in Spanish and use the ellos or ellas form of the verb. I want you to throw the question back at me that we were practicing speaking back and forth. It's totally fake because it's a video, but we're rolling with it. Right? Roll with it, get it? So follow along right here on the script. Montaban en Montaban ellos en bici? Ooh, I have a typo. I need to get rid of that extra T. Montaban en bici? No montaban en bici. I'm going to ask you, ¿montaban en bici ellos? Oh, actually, you're supposed to ask me, aren't you? You know what? I bet you're tired too. So if I can make a mistake and I can laugh at my own errors, then it's okay for you to make a mistake. We're learning another language. We make mistakes. There's a quote by someone. This is not my own words. These are not my own words. Never make some fun of someone who speaks broken English. It means they know at least two languages. Same in Spanish, right? All right. So I'm going to ask you about Sammy and Linus. And you can ask me back about ellos or ellas, right? ¿Saltaban a la cuerda Sammy y Linus? ¿Saltaban a la cuerda? No saltaban a la cuerda. Oh, I need to put a space in there, right there. Did you ask me, saltaban a la cuerda ellos? Ellos saltaban a la cuerda. Man, I've got a lot of errors. I need to put space here. I need to get rid of that period there and no accent mark there. Okay, so we have met Belgen and Ignacio before. So see this E? And you know the word for and is E and it's the letter Y. Me gustan tacos y burritos. Me gusta queso y queso. So whenever the word and, E, which is the letter Y, winds up showing in front of a word that starts with the letter I, like Ignacio, try saying Belgen y Ignacio. Now say Belgen e Ignacio. So you're ready for that? Great, kick it up a notch. Change your and from the letter Y to the letter E. Ready? Ask me, or I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you, you answer, and then throw it back at me. ¿Tocaban la guitarra Belgen e Ignacio? ¿Tocaban la guitarra? No tocaban la guitarra. Now maybe you ask me about a couple of girls, and you might say, hey, ¿tocaban ellas la guitarra? No, ellas no tocaban la guitarra. So I'm going to ask you if the friends used to tell jokes, and then you might throw the question at me about Susie Elinas. I don't know, pick some names. ¿Contaban chistes los amigos? ¿Contaban chistes? No contaban chistes. Maybe you asked me about my brothers and you said, ¿Contaban chistes tus hermanos? Go ahead and ask me, ¿Contaban chistes tus hermanos? Sí, mis hermanos contaban chistes. Mi hermana se llamaba Jennifer. Mi hermano se llamaba David. David y Jennifer contaban chistes. So how'd you know? You getting it? You've got this, right? All right. So if you have questions, come back and see me. Let me go actually into this one more time through, end it like I have all the others. We have been focusing on what people used to do. And when we talk about what we used to do, we are using the imperfect tense. We've been focusing on the AR verbs. We've been chopping off the AR and putting on the ABBA. ABBA, ABBAs, ABBA. ABBAMOS, ABBAN. ABBA, ABBAs, ABBA. ABBAMOS, ABBAN. I've got some other videos that aren't mine that are pretty cool that are songs in YouTube. Feel free to look them up. Thank you for your time. If you have questions, make sure you ask questions. Come and see me. There's no such thing as a dumb question. We're all learning. Hasta luego.